Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome to Purple Teaming 2. In this episode, we'll cover initial access, starting with a control password state demonstration and then following up with an MFA sweep. If you missed part 1, check the description. We covered reconnaissance and identity enumeration and found email addresses in the organization's tenant. In this video, we'll run these activities to show how attackers attempt entry and, more importantly, what defenders should monitor to detect and block them. A quick disclaimer before we start. This demonstration is done in my test environment. Attempting these techniques on systems you do not own or are not explicitly authorized to test can lead to serious legal consequences. Do not attempt this without clear authorization. Alright, let's get started. This is my Kali machine, and what I'll do here is I'll run this command, which is basically a password spray. So I'm using this tool called as O365 User Finder, and I have saved all the UPNs in this text file, which is employee list.txt, and I'm using this password for spraying. So this is a very simple form of password spraying that we are trying to do. And when I run this, I get this invalid credential output. So it looks like this password is not valid. Let me go to Microsoft Sentinel quickly and show you the logs. You will see these kind of logs in the sign-in logs. You'll see a lot of failures happening within a very short span of time. So if you see the first three entries here, all these are happening within a very short span of time. Also, what you will see here is the user agent is python-request/2.32.4, which is a little bit odd. Generally, you should see user agents like Mozilla/5.0 or something else which might be relevant. But if you're seeing these kind of user agents, then you can deduce that there might be a password spray that is happening across your organization. Also, the IP address is same when all these failures are happening. So there are multiple ways of detecting this password spray using all these conditions. But if you already have identity protection, there are maximum number of chances that the password spray should get detected. I do not have that, so I cannot show that to you. But what the red teamers can do here is they can try to first of all change the user agent here, or have the IP address changed every time they are doing a spray, and add some jitter as well here, or add some delay as well in terms of when these requests are sent to Microsoft Entra ID. I quickly also want to show you the password protection settings in Microsoft Entra ID, the default settings. If you see, the lockout threshold is 10 and the lockout duration is 60. So when a red teamer is doing an attack, they can plan as per these settings so that lockouts are not happening. There are multiple more settings here in password protection, like custom band passwords and global band passwords, which we will not discuss, but these are really important in terms of improving your password hygiene and security, and really banning those simple passwords that the users might be using. Going back to my Kali Linux machine again, what I'll do is I'll try to use a password that is relevant and show you what output you'll get. So looks like we are able to guess the password for Freezer. Now the next logical step after guessing the password is running an MFA sweep, which we will not cover in this session, but I quickly want to show you what it does. When you run MFA sweep, it's actually a PowerShell script that attempts to log into various Microsoft services using a provided set of credentials. which you already have, and will attempt to identify if MFA is enabled or not. When you run the script, at the end you'll get an output wherein it will say that, let's say if you're able to, let's say if you're logging in from Linux machine or an Android or an iPhone, you would not be required for an MFA, right? So technically, you would then be able to log in using Frisa's credentials, and an MFA would also not be required. Right? We'll discuss more on MFA sweep in the next session. Thank you for your time today.